Greece and Norse mythology, they are not adept. But Sarah, she will research, and Paul, he must accept. Yggdrasil is a glorious word, crush a whole mountain.
Well, Thor's hammer could.
These fables are bizarre, but good. It's
Misunderstood. Do 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 do. Misunderstood. Do 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 do.
I feel like I
Misunderstood.
I feel like I have to let you do all the singing now because I did it before.
Yes.
So I just made a hard eye contact and shimmied during that. So for everyone at home,
It felt appropriate.
Hi guys, this is Misunderstood, and we are a mythology podcast where we learn about mythology and we joke about mythology. It is two best friends, two writing partners, two performers. Sarah Oliver is I. Paul Bianchi is he.
That is true. You can find us on the social medias at the Sarah Oliver, and you can find me at the Paul Bianchi, and you can find this podcast at _Mythunderstood. Sarah,
What?
happy Lunar New Year.
Happy Lunar New Year to you, you little tiger.
I am a little tiger, and you're a little rabbit.
Little rabbit.
It is the year of the rat. However, I just went to Disneyland recently, and if you ask Disneyland, it is the year of the mouse.
Oh, okay. What,
because-
are we finally sponsored?
Because Mickey Mouse is a narcissist.
Oh, okay.
And
Go on.
He has to make everything about him.
Wow.
That's that hot take today about Mickey Mouse.
Wow. The happiest place on earth to everyone but Paul.
Well, I mean, if you go there, you'll find topiaries shaped like his face. You'll find candy shaped like his face.
Yeah.
He has hidden Mickeys
Yeah.
everywhere.
So, like,
And
is
before Disneyland, I thought a hidden Mickey was adding
Okay.
whiskey to your coffee.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a date rape joke.
Oh. No, I was making a sort of racist against Irish people joke.
Hey, I'm a little Irish.
Me too. Aren't we all?
Yeah. Is it Mickey's fault, or is he like a younger Miley or a younger, this star trapped?
He's an old man.
Is he, or is he infinitely? He's like immortal, so he's always like a 2-year-old mouse, right?
Oh, he'll die one day.
God damn. I love him. And now, about it being the year of the rat, if you are one of our Patreons, you might have subscribed to the tier where you get a mini myth, and you might have heard a mini myth about that sneaky rat from Paul.
You might have. That's a lot of might have.
So check us out on Patreon.
Patron.
Drink your Patron. Go on the Patreon. And if you want to subscribe to a tier and say, I like your podcast, have a money, that's cool. Also, if you just want to talk to us on Apple or iTunes reviews and say, I have no money, but I like you. Here's a 5-star.
Wow, you're just pulling out a lot of European accents
Yeah,
today.
I don't know what's going on. Or just hit us up on _Mythunderstood on Twitter or Instagram. So let's get into this shit, huh?
What is this shit today?
Okay. You ever heard about a little lady named Freyja?
Yeah, you've mentioned her.
You ever heard about a little fella named Frey?
A little fella named Frey?
Her twin bro?
No. Ooh.
Well,
This reminds me of that comic book that Joss Whedon wrote with called Frey, that was about the Slayer in the future, and then she had a twin brother who was a vampire.
oh, then it's definitely based on these two.
Okay, great.
But I have a little bit more insight about something we've talked about, the Aesir Vanir War. The fertility gods versus the warrior gods, and you're like, what were they fighting? I have a little more information about that to start.
Okay.
Okay, so Freyja was a practitioner of the arts of Syria, which is SEIDR.
Syriad? Syrid.
SEIDR. Syr.
Okay.
I will call it Syr. It is the most powerful magic.
Oh,
Yes.
I bet Odin was really into like trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So she wandered around town to town, doing her dark arts for money.
For money, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Knock knock.
hello?
I'm here to do the darkest, blackest magic for, a nominal fee.
Oh, is that a top hat?
It is a top hat.
Oh no, you're not gonna do a card trick, are you?
I'm gonna pull a rabbit's head out of this hat.
$12.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So she also, like Odin, she was a magic person, but she also liked, her fake names, running around with fake names. So she went under
Con artist.
yeah. Hyor, or it's bright, is what she went. And she came to Asgard, and home of the Aesir,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Whoa, your powers are the shit. We want to hire you, lady."
And this was Freyja?
This is Freyja
Okay.
under the name Hyor.
Oh.
Heior.
Oh, what you just did a loop with your finger. And
Yeah, there's like a little on top of the O.
Okay. Maybe.
Hyor.
Are you sure you're supposed to pronounce the H? Are you sure it wasn't Eeyore?
I'm here. Do some magic.
Bringing it back around to Disney.
Disney, we're coming for you today. So everybody got they went fan crazy over her magic, and then they realized like, oh, we're super obsessed with getting her magic. We
Did they describe what she does?
now.
Like what her darkest magic is?
She's just like, so I think she's basically running around being a witch and making people do stuff for her so she can get gold.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they realize like, oh, we, the Aesir, are putting aside all of our values of being these like upstanding citizens because we are, selfishly driven to fulfill this witch's magic. So they blamed Freyja for that. And
What do you think of when you're visualizing this dark magic?
I'm thinking of card tricks.
Card tricks?
There's nothing darker.
I think of like
It's not like sacrifice. It's not blood and stuff.
okay, because
it's
that's
like-
where I'm going.
No, she's gold crazy.
Okay,
So it's just her doing shit to get gold.
okay, that changes it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because in my head it's like, candles in a circle, and she's got a baby in her hands, and she's stabbing the baby.
No.
and everyone's clapping.
No, basically think of her as like, also remember she's the goddess of like lust and sex and stuff. So she's probably like, I'll fuck you for your wife's necklace, or I don't know.
Okay,
I'm not trying to
That's
slut shame
magical.
her, but she's basically like, ooh, do whatever I say and give me gold. And so they figure out she's a little witch, and they called her Gulveig, which means gold greed,
oh
and attempted to murder her.
no.
They tried to burn Freyja 3 times.
Okay,
3 times, like a phoenix, she rose from the ashes.
did they strap her down, or did they just like point at her and incinerate her?
I mean, they turned her into ashes.
Okay,
So I'm going to say like old Salem style.
okay.
So then because
I feel like after it happened just the first time, like she rises from the ashes, I wouldn't be like, well, let's try that again.
maybe they did get more creative each time.
Yeah.
They, like put her down into the hell land or something, and she's like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Submerge her in
Thanks
lava.
for the spa day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because, this bitch rose from the ashes 3 times and gods aren't immortal. Remember, Norse gods are not immortal. They were like, fuck, I think the Vanir are pretty scary. So this is why they erupted into war.
Oh, okay.
So like, there's those fertility gods are creepy. So yeah, the Aesir fought, like combat style, and the Vanir use their magical powers.
Who else was on the Veneer side?
Well, we have the family, Freyja, Frey, and Njord, the dad.
Oh, Njord.
Njord.
Okay.
Njord.
Is it with an A or an O? Njord.
It is Njord.
Okay.
So
it's like a fjord, but with an N on it.
So they, as we know, they fought until they were like, "Hey, the giants are a bigger deal. Let's call a truce." They spit. We did the meted poetry thing.
Yeah.
We know this, but Freyja, Frey, and Njord went to the Aesir as like a basically here you can have us as live-in hostages or whatever, like a show of good faith. But did you know that Heinir and Mimir went to the Vanir?
I did not know that Heinir and Mimir went to the Vanir. I'm like, are you okay? Did you just have a stroke?
So, so when they went over to the Vanir, there's this thing about Heinir and Mimir, and Heinir was able to deliver incomparably wise advice on any problem, but he could only do it when Mimir was near him.
Did Heinir have a big butt? And that's why they called him Heinir?
Heinir.
Oh, okay.
Heinir. Yeah, he was the Heinir, Highness Heinir.
Okay.
So he could give the best advice, but only when Mimir was near him for some reason. It was a 2-for-1 deal. And so Heinir was actually pretty slow-witted and kind of a dum-dum when Mimir wasn't available to counsel him. And so
really, it sounds like Mimir was giving good advice, but through the mouth of Heinir.
I don't know. They somehow, like, them together, they gave, like, the best advice. But the Vanir, were told from the Aesir, like, these guys, Heinir's going to tell you, you're getting a good trade. You're giving us your magic witch bitch, and we're giving you some of our best. But then they got pissed off when they would ask Heinir, like, what should we do about this? And he's like, ask somebody else. He would just be like, because he was kind of like a simpleton when his friend or brother wasn't around. And so finally they were like, okay. He keeps saying, like, let's let other people decide, and we're
Which
pissed off.
Which is pretty good advice if you're a dum-dum.
But like, he's not supposed to be. I don't know what Mimir was doing. He was just off like, this land of Vanir is so pretty.
Okay.
So they finally were like, okay, we got a bullshit hostage exchange, and they beheaded Mimir.
No, they need him because he's. So this is what I've been imagining is like that. There's certain like contraptions that only work once like there's like a magnet, and I feel like Heinir has to like hold out his hand, and it like completes the circuit once Mimir, who has a magnet in his hand.
Exactly, the Magnet Brothers.
Yeah.
And also, it's so funny because it was Heinir who they didn't like the reaction to, so we're like, cut off his brother's head.
Oh, I mean, go for the pain. I get it.
So they sent.
I do the same thing.
2020. Paul's more aggressive. He beheads his friends. So they sent the severed head of Mimir back to Asgard, and Odin was so upset, and he started chanting magic poems, of course, over the head, and he covered it with some spices, and then he preserved Mimir's head, and it continued to give him amazing advice.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's not creepy.
Back to Disneyland. Walt Disney's severed head is somewhere, right?
Giving people advice.
Reboot everything. Reboot the reboots.
Star Wars lands need more rides.
What a weird laugh I just had.
Yeah.
So, they spit. They made the poetry. They made the wise man. We know the rest, right? Now, back to the land of Aesir. Let's talk about Freyja. is a goddess of love and lust and sex and a whole lot of other shit.
Did they know at this point that she secretly was the witch?
Oh yeah, that's why they started doing the war. They're like, this fucking asshole.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Freyja's love, but she's lust and sex goddess. And speaking of lust and sex, giants always want her. We've learned this.
Sure.
They
Yeah.
always want her. They have heard high and far of her high near.
I mean, I feel like this is a classic mythology trope. I remember in Greek mythology, the giants wanted Hera and Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want Aphrodite for some reason. They were like, too much sex, too
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah.
Or maybe they learned from Freyja.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, word gets around for all the Greek deities, yes, and all the god deities in general.
The goddess god deities?
The goddess god deities. So, Freyja, everyone's lusting after her. There is a great poem that we will get to called Lokasina,
Okay.
where Loki accuses her of being a whore.
Oh. That sounds like he's projecting.
This is the beginning of the end for Loki, this poem, so we'll get to that later.
Okay.
But yeah, he calls everyone in the hall a slut. It's great.
Oh, okay.
You're a slut. You're a slut. You're a slut. So Frey is also associated with war because unlike Greek goddesses, Norse goddesses can have some cool shit to do.
They can do it all?
Yes. So she, like we were talking about a couple episodes ago, Odin gets half the people. Freyja gets the other half of fallen warriors. She collects the chosen slain warriors after battle. And she, of course, has the best vehicle ever, which is
A chariot drawn by house cats.
yes.
It never goes the direction she wants it to.
And she possesses a cloak made of feathers of a falcon, which Loki's already used. Remember? Yes, and she can fly in it. So like this is the coolest god ever. Just as like accessories.
It sounds like your Team Freyja.
She's so cool. She's running around like, hello, get my gold for me. I'll do a hat trick. And she's flying and she's got cats and this is the best life. But her most treasured possession is a necklace called Brisingamen.
Bresengamen.
Brisingamen.
I get sort of lost when you spell it out, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah. Same would happen to me when you'd be like, I don't know, what's this? And I was gone after 3 consonants in a row. So Brisingamen. This is a valuable piece of jewelry, but you're not really sure what it is. I think it's a necklace.
It's the heart of the ocean.
Yeah. It's the heart of the ocean. So the way Freyja got this necklace, because she's gold crazy. I like gold.
Yeah, okay.
I guess she is him.
Aren't we all, though?
There's a few different versions. One of them is like Freyja was Odin's concubine, and I was like, I don't like that one. But
so you just discarded that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like then it's a really sad trade. Like you can have my dad, my brother, and then I'm coming over and I'm this guy's concubine. That sucks.
Yeah.
So no, she ain't. So Freyja left Asgard one morning in the just beginning of early dawn. She was in a trance-like state. Of course.
She hadn't had her coffee yet.
Yes, she was, and she was still in the REM cycle, dreaming of gold.
Oh, okay.
Now Loki, nosy little bitch, he saw her trance dream walking, and he followed her as she crossed the Bifrost and went to Mayogaro, where the
that's where Trump golfs, right?
that's good. Where some dwarves be hanging out in caves.
Okay.
So she came to this cave, and she entered a dark passage. She walked down into the rocks. Loki pursued behind her. Sneak, 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 tiptoe. She passed through a narrow opening between 2 rocks, and she entered the smithy of 4 dwarves. Dvelin, Berling, Alfrig, and Gla.
They love giving these guys names, don't they?
Uh-huh. With with only one vowel each.
And they're like the Gorgons who share the eye, except they share like the literal letter I because
They're going to share a lot of stuff. Just wait.
Okay.
So Loki did a Harriet the Spy, and he watched from
The dumb waiter.
Yes. Freyja was like, oh my God, that furnace could make me some gold shit. Oh. And she saw.
Is this still in her trance?
Huh? Well, I mean, now she's in a new trance.
Uh-huh.
She's tripping on gold.
Okay.
Which I also love. I love that she's just like, I'm a goddess of war, and I pick up these slain warriors, but like, oh my God, I love my jewelry. I love gold. So she sees a necklace of gold, and she's like, oh my God, instantly in love. She has never wanted anything more in her entire fucking life.
So I hope she plays it really cool.
So immediately she's like, I'll pay you anything for this necklace.
Oh, no.
Any
Start
amount
low.
of money. She pulled out all her credit cards, and they were like, oh, we don't need money. No. And she's like, well, what can I do to get this necklace? Literally fucking anything. And so they did a group huddle.
Okay.
And they were like,
All right. What do you think? Do you think we could get her to give us a chia pet?
a chia pet?
That's all I've ever wanted.
I want to get inside her.
Oh, you want to get inside her?
Yeah.
All right. Well, ask for both.
Okay. We want a chia pet and to get inside you, each of us, for one night.
Oh, I can just have a chia pet though. Like you can fake it with me.
So she consented. She would spend 4 days and 4 nights with the dwarves.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, she knows what she wants.
So she did this, and at the end...
Did Loki watch the entire time?
Of course he did. Fucking weirdo. So at the end of her fucking absolute fuck fest, like 4 days and 4 nights, just an entire 24 hours with each dwarf.
I don't think that they were fucking that entire time.
It's a really nice necklace, Paul.
I know, but
where else are they going to meet women? She only found them because she got that gold nose. She can smell gold anywhere.
I just think that would just be uncomfortable for the dwarves to have. I don't know ancient Norse dwarf physiology. Maybe they have dicks of.
Are you being sizist right now?
Iron. No. What? No. I'm just assuming that they would get
worn out?
Yeah.
Oh, chapped. Oh. Oh, okay. So she got her necklace. The dwarves were chapped, and she went back home to Asgard. But Loki was like, I saw it. And he ran ahead of her.
On roller skates.
Yeah, basically. And he went to Odin, and he was like, Freyja's a prostitute.
Guess who just watched sex for 4 days straight?
Yep. And so Loki was all smug, and then he got scared when Odin was like, this pisses me the fuck off. Get that necklace and come back with it. And Loki's like, oh, I thought we were going to have a little gossip time, but okay. So Loki waited for the cover of nightfall. He went into Freyja's hall. Now, he tried her door, but that was locked because, she's like, everyone's trying to fuck me. I need a break. 4 days, 4 nights.
I mean, she probably fell into a deep, deep sleep.
Yeah. So then he used, his anamorph powers, and he turned into a fly like he loves to do. But he couldn't find a crack big enough to get him into her hall. So finally he found a little opening in the roof. And he flew into her bed, and he found the necklace around her neck, and he changed into a flea. So then he stung her. Freyja
stung her? Bit
her?
Okay.
Freyja moved.
I just want to, I'm not attacking you. I'm just assuming that, I was like, did the Norse people have stinging fleas as part of their pantheon of beasts?
He did a flea pee.
Okay.
You know how fleas are always peeing. No, he bit her, and she moved and the necklace like fell off because as a flea, somehow he unclasped it. I don't know.
Okay.
And then he turned back to a person and was like, oh, got it, and left. When she woke up and found that her necklace was gone, she knew that it had to be Loki.
Yeah, all
She's
that
like,
sex for nothing.
She's like, this fuckery. There's one person. But she kind of put 2 and 2 together. She's like, yeah, but Loki knows not to fuck with me. Like, Odin must have said to do it. So she ran to confront Odin and she was like, you have debased yourself if you took any part in this thievery of my necklace. And Odin was pissed off. And he was like, how can you talk about degeneration when you debased yourself selling your body to 4 foul dwarves?
Whoa. It's getting Jerry Springer up in here.
They're
always talking about debasing each other.
I know. And then she took a chair and slammed it against Odin's head.
Really?
No, I'm Jerry Springering still.
Okay.
She did storm at him, but he was like, no, you need to accept punishment. And he's like, if you were a bad girl, and this is how you can make things right and get your necklace back, if you spread warfare and misery in Midgard, you can stir up some hatred between sons and men and stir up a war without end. The quote is, whether they wish it or not, let men rip one another to pieces.
So
then you can get your necklace back.
So he wants her to cause misery among everyone because she's a bad girl, and he wants her to accept this is who she is now. Okay, just making sure. It's sort of like your dad catches you smoking a cigarette, you have to smoke the entire pack now.
Yep.
Okay.
And Freyja was like, if it'll get my necklace back, fine, I'll have men murder each other.
Okay. I mean, priorities.
Yeah. And that is the story of Freyja and her most prized necklace, and also why we are always at war on Earth.
Oh, it's all because of the necklace.
Yeah.
And what Loki did.
Well, I mean, Freyja could have just been like, I'll get a new necklace. But she loved it.
I mean, no. You want what you want.
You want what you want. You want what you want. And you want that necklace.
So you said that there's a poem? Or are we going to get to it later?
Oh, you're talking about the horror poem?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's way later.
Okay.
That's like later as in episodes later, because this is when Loki takes a deep dive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, interesting. Sarah.
What
variety of necklace would it take for you to spread war and misery among Earth?
Just a little locket.
Just a little locket.
With your face and my face in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would love that.
What sort of necklace would it take for you to have sex with 4 dwarves for 4 days?
A candy necklace.
Just a candy necklace? You're a woman of simple taste.
Yes. I'm a simpleton like Mimir. Oh, Heinir.
Heinir.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense. We are Heinir and Mimir. You would be decapitated because without you, I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Aw.
That's really sweet.
That is sweet.
Guys.
Aww. Guys, we're locking eyes again. I have so much more, but I feel like that's an episode.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it's a fun episode. So tune in to our next episode with another story about Freyja and a story about her brother Frey, who also gets real lusty.
Oh.
About a thing he thinks is a possession, but it's really a living person.
Okay.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Turtles.
Hello, I am Odin, the god, the father of all gods, the All-Father. I am Odin, and I have a great deal for you today. I have here with me Mimir, the disembodied head.
Hello.
He gives the most incredible advice. Mimir, counsel me today.
Today, my advice is just let me die. Just let me die. I'm just a head on a plate.
He needs a little bit more spices on top of his head. I put in these herbs that makes him feel better. Here you go.
Oh, not Old Bay.
It's basically fish food. I sprinkle on his head. All right, Mimir, the mortals will not fight enough. How do I get them to kill each other?
Oh, just like decapitate their brothers and they'll want to die.
Oh, excellent. That's a great idea. Mimir, what should I do about this Freyja? She's going around slutting it up with all of these foul dwarves.
How nice that she has her privates that she can use. Well, I'd say just, two can play at that game.
What?
If she gonna be a whore, you be a whore too.
Oh, that's wonderful advice. I will definitely be a whore. All right, Mimir, final question.
Okay.
What do I do about my receding hairline?
Oh, I would suggest you scalp me and let me die.
Oh, you're right. I should put the herbs I put on you on my head. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Paprika.
You never say sprinkle when you sprinkle it on my head. And now you suddenly sprinkle it on your head. What a relationship they have.
It's great. It's a sitcom. Okay, so what did you learn today, Paul?
Wow. I learned about what a boss ass lady Freyja was.
Are you Team Freyja like I am? Or do you think she's amazing?
What? I think that she and Hecate would hang out.
You think so?
Yeah.
My little gold hungry bitch.
Yeah, although you know what? I think that they would like hang out in like not at each other's houses though, because anytime Freyja brought that like chariot of cats around, Hecate's dogs would scare them and vice versa. Like it would just so they're like they're brunch besties, but they don't go to each other's house.
Oh God. I went to brunch yesterday.
How was it?
I had bottomless mimosas.
Is that why you're so hungover today?
Yes. With Melinda.
Oh.
And then we did 3 p.m. karaoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a day you had. You probably went to bed at like 7:00.
You aren't wrong. And then we went over to Jay's house and Jenny texted him, make Sarah a bath. So I just took a bath at like 6 p.m. at a friend's house. That's how you do it in LA, kids.
That's a Sunday fun day I've ever heard on.
Okay, so if you guys want to take a bath with us, follow us at Myth Understood, at our daddy station, It's Dragon Wagon, and go get some merch. I think we're gonna come out with some new Norse merch too.
You know what? We keep saying that, so
we better.
We better. Please remember to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts if you have not done that yet, and of course, feel free to show your support at dragonwagonradio.com/support and or just, throw dollars at us on our Patreon. That makes us able to continue to do this. And we are happy for your patronage.
Okay, night.
Night.
Hey, my name's Zen Zenith, and if you've ever wanted to hear intimate conversations and performances from amazing musicians such as Tony Thaxton from Motion City Soundtrack, Dressage, or Field Medic, I've got the podcast for you. Check out The House Show with Zen Zenith on Dragon Wagon Radio. The House Show is a concert series wrapped up in the context of a house show in front of a real live audience that we then turn into a podcast for you. You can find it on Dragon Wagon Radio or wherever else good podcasts are found. Check it out and we'll see you there.
It's Dragon Wagon.